Good evening, everybody. How are you all doing? What's the date today? Okay, I'm just seeing if my live stream is actually working now. Da 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 da. There we go. It's working. I just set up a new computer. So, good evening, everybody. How are you all doing? It's about midnight. It's Tuesday, March the 27th. I hope you guys have had a very cautious day trading. I've been gone for about 3 days, and when I came back to see Bitcoin at $8,000. It was like a whoa moment. I took a weekend off. It was a pretty fun weekend, I have to admit. And I came back to a lot of drama, as always. Why is there always this? It was a really good weekend. You know what? I honestly thought it was like Saturday or Sunday. I kid you not. I thought it was Saturday or Sunday. And I can't believe it's almost Tuesday already. I realized, I thought to myself, hey, yesterday was just Thursday. How the heck is it almost Tuesday already? So I'm playing a bounce. I'm trying to play this bounce, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna show you guys my screen, I guess. I'm trying to play like a decent position, nothing really too big. Yeah, the reason I'm playing it is because I'm gonna try to get into like a 5 Bitcoin position. I'll probably play like $35,000 or something like that, because I think there's gonna be a bounce. Okay, there's got to be at least a test on the bounce before we get anywhere lower than that, put it that way. So I came back to a lot of drama. There's always this smear campaign against me, and I don't understand why people are trying to smear me. You know, I don't know. I really wish I knew why. Like, it's not like I'm a bad guy. It's not like I'm trying to steal people's money, you know. And when I announced that $50,000 membership, you know, I got a lot of hatred towards me. And the main reason was because people are saying, oh, Philicon said he would never actually charge for anything, but, you know, now he's trying to charge something. Well, guys, everything is going to be free always. There's not going to be any paid content. There's not going to be a paid Telegram group. There's not going to be a paid Signal service whatsoever. The only reason we are looking to recruit one person to join our exclusive membership is because there's a lot of people out there, guys, who have too much money, okay? And they don't know how to invest, and they might need some sort of guidance. When you look at, you know, fund managers or for any hedge funds or anyone that you would hire for financial advice when you're rolling with a lot of capital, $50,000 to people who have millions, it's really nothing whatsoever when you think of it that way, right? So I think it's mainly ignorance, and they're being naive, right? You know, it's pure ignorance when you think of people who manage money that charge much more than that. And we are looking to groom someone who has a little bit of capital to help them out to establish themselves, so we can actually let them work for us down the road, right? If we can mentor someone where you have 5 strong mentors, myself, Eric, Leon, Big Ched, and Johnny, of course, that's 5 people on our team who would actually be very good mentors, right? So we can mentor one person, that would be a 6th person. Then we would look for one more person in the next 6 months to add 7 person to our team. And eventually we can develop a team that can help you guys out even further, right? I haven't taken my holiday yet, Vikram, but I plan to take it soon. You know what? I'm gonna go visit Mel. Yeah, her and I have talked already. I'm definitely gonna go there in May or something like that. So let's take a look at the Bitcoin shorts right now versus Bitcoin longs. Okay, let's get into this. Bitcoin shorts right now, we see it slowly decreasing, and we also see Bitcoin longs slowly decreasing as well. This is on the 30-minute chart, right? So right now, people are getting incredibly indecisive, right? They're getting very indecisive about what's going on right now, right? So, yeah, thank you, Moon Trader. I appreciate you saying that. Like, I am pretty transparent, you know? I'm pretty transparent, and this is my bias. That's the truth right now. I believe it's gonna bounce. I don't know how much, but I do believe. You know what? Val and I are not talking that much anymore. I don't know why. And Mel's just a very good friend. OSS asked, you know, Mel's just a very good friend. And that's kind of it. I'm not into dating, guys. I don't date. I'm difficult to date. So let's talk about the first thing that we do always, guys, when we get back and we don't really know what's going on in the market, is always try to check out some supports and trend lines, okay? That's the most basic thing that you want to do first of all. Right, do you guys notice this massive trend line right here? Okay, this is a massive trend line that's been developed since June, July, right? When we look at these points over here, this is a very good intersection point. That's a very good point as well to touch. Bounced off of here with a wick, and we're, you know, getting very close to this region. I think 6750, or sorry, 7650, or maybe 7700 ranges is a very likely target for a bounce. We have to at least test a major trend line before we break out of it. Wouldn't you guys agree? So yeah, like that, it just makes sense to me. One of the main reasons we bounced here, if you guys remember, was because of these three confluent zones, where if we took our Fibonacci from right here to right there, what we saw was a 786 level, right? That's how we were able to predict this 7250 bounce. What we look for are signs of confluence. Now what that means is we try to look for more than one reason why a likely bounce can happen, right? That makes entire sense, I hope. So if you actually took, for example, this major trend line that's yellow, you clearly see that it intersects with this massive point right here. Right there. Like it was really evident. That was two reasons why. Now another reason was maybe ABC, whoops, maybe ABC could have also made a 78.6 extension to over here. And now we see three zones of confluency. So I don't really care about banning people. They can be as silly as they want. I will tolerate everybody today. I'm just in a really good mood. Like, I don't know why I'm in such a good mood. Maybe because I'm drinking beer right now, and I've just had like an ice cream cone, and I'm about to, hey, cheers guys. I'm gonna cheers the microphone. Do you guys hear that? That's cheers to you guys. That's from my can of beer from the Budweiser. Ah. So we find three reasons why it could have bounced right there. And surely enough, it did, right? So now what we're gonna work with is this three zone right there, this specific section. If you guys don't know, there's this little feature here called zoom in, okay? Click on zoom in, highlight to the section you wanna work in, drag it and drop it, and it actually zooms in to here if you guys don't know. So that's a really cool thing. So the reason why I believe there will be a small bounce here, simple, okay, is because one, we're near the trend line. I don't think it's right there. I think it's a little bit higher, so I'm gonna move this up a little bit. Okay, we're getting very close to it, right? So one of the big reasons why I believe there's gonna be some sort of bounce, okay, is also because we're getting near this number right here. Check this out. See what I mean? You guys remember before where I was talking about the 7.86 region, or 78.6, and how I've been saying for a while now, it's like the flavor of the month? Well, it really is the flavor of the month. 78.6 has been an incredibly popular retracement zone. And I don't know if you guys know, but based on retracement for history of Bitcoin, 78.6 is a really, really popular retracement in general, right? I mean, let's see if we can actually go back. Okay, like for example, if we go back historically, guys, yeah, like let's just stay from around here, okay? Whoops, I'll go lower to the very beginning. You guys notice what I mean? 78.6 is really popular for Bitcoin historically. It likes to bounce off of this particular region all the time. You guys can look for it like almost anywhere for major retracements. And yeah, I can't help but think it's gonna bounce here. How much am I up right now? All right, guys, I entered this trade before I started this stream. Yeah, not bad. I think it's gonna go a little bit lower though, so I would actually take my profit in front of you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna take my profit. Who knows? Let's just see if someone's gonna buy. I hope they do. Come on, buy it. There's not much. Come on, baby. What is that in profit? It's only like $50. I'm playing a $15,000 position to make $50. That doesn't make sense now, does it? I use paid. I use paid. I pay for the $50 one, okay? I pay for yeah, I pay for the pro, okay? I've got the pro feature. And you know I got the pro feature because I got all these features where I can make 8 charts if I wanted to, right? Yeah, I pay for the pro one because I like having these multiple charts on the screen at once. I just like it. Okay, I'm gonna take my bitfinex off here for a bit. So let's just keep talking about what's been going on. I'm trying to read my chat at the same time, so okay, let's clear up everything and let's talk about indicators. After I look at every single indicator, I say to myself, all right, or sorry, I do trend line analysis first. I then say to myself after, okay, what is it likely to do next? How are the indicators looking? Where are some RSI support zones? Well, this is an RSI support zone right here, right? And then after that, it's free fall down to over here on the daily. Bitcoin has a fairly good reputation of bouncing off of the 30. Okay, if you guys look right here on the daily, this was at about 30.28. This here was about 30. This was the major one right here, 26. But what we can easily agree on is that between 30 and 26, there's a very high chance of it bouncing. Okay, very high chance. And the last time it actually got way lower than that was terrible. It was all the way in 2016 there, right? So hopefully it doesn't get to there, but we have to keep in mind that if it does break below the 30s and the 26s, yeah, we'll definitely see like the 23, 24, 25. So indicators. Let's take a look at the daily chart right here. We got a really nasty candle, but it's only 6 hours in, right? Because it's only 6 hours in right now, we've got to give it a lot more time. Am I drunk, Andy? Good question. I've only had 2 beers over like an hour. So I'll show you guys my setup, okay? I'll show you guys my setup in a few weeks, I promise, okay? I'm using right now a laptop with a 24-inch monitor. Like the laptop is 15 inches with a 24-inch monitor. And I'm using another computer right now that has 3 monitors, and 2 of them are 24 inches, and one of them is hold on, what size is it? It's a 32-inch 4K monitor. So I've got officially like 5 monitors, I guess. Yeah, you're right, Samuel, because I'm Asian, you know, we're lightweights. If you guys ever want to tell if an Asian person is drunk, just look at their cheeks. If their face is like bright red, like a tomato, then you know that they're pretty drunk, okay? I'm not a fan of Macs, Ivan. I don't like Macs. I had this girlfriend one time and she was like a Mac lover. And because she was a Mac lover, I will never buy a Mac. We broke up. So here's me taking my little crappy profit here. Okay, come on. Just somebody give me some money. I just want to make $70. I just want to make $70. Okay, guys. This is going to go towards Luna, okay? This $70 is going to go towards Luna. Somebody just needs to give me my $70 right now. I don't know if it was really a pump and dump. It's really hard, the soccer, to move a market that much. My favorite beer is called Innis and Gunn. Heard of it? It's a Scottish beer. It's a Scottish beer. Comes in 3 different flavors, or 3 different brews rather. Comes in their original. It comes in a dark ale, and it comes in a rum finish. I personally like the rum finish the best. It is so good, the rum finish. I didn't even get to close my position. That was a really sad moment in Bitcoin there when I didn't get to close it. But that's okay. I almost closed it. Did you guys see that? I was like so close. I got so far, but in the end, it didn't even matter. So I don't really know. Does your $70 in margin need to be multiplied by 3.3? No, not the profit. Only the leveraging amount gets multiplied, right? I've gone over a few videos before. You guys are gonna wait with me until I make this $70, okay? No, I don't smoke players. I smoke Du Maurier. No, I've never tried Baby Shark yet. No, it's called Innis and Gunn. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's called Innis and Gunn. Here, I'll type it out for you guys. You guys should try it. I live in Canada, so we have these liquor marts, and they only sell it there, right? It's really expensive beer. It's like $4 or $5 a bottle. Okay, doesn't look like I'm closing my position anytime soon. So back to this technical analysis. So let's look at the MACD. Okay, we got this one taking back down. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't mean to do that in front of you. That was incredibly rude. But you know what? I don't care. Who hasn't burped before? So now we're down ticking, guys. Okay? If you guys want a gentleman who doesn't burp in front of 2,000 viewers, that's not me, okay? Maybe you guys can go watch Box Mining if you want someone professional. But I'm definitely gonna burp in front of you guys whenever I feel like it, okay? So what we notice here is it's actually downtrending like this, right? We could barely... Okay, imagine somebody who is impotent, right? Imagine a guy is very excited to finally find the girl of his dreams, and maybe they're about to have sex, right? So the way that I see this is a very impotent man who just got a really hot girl. Okay, now he got it up. He got it up for a few minutes, but it didn't really last that long, right? He didn't get it up that long at all, and now it's just coming back down. So that's the way that I see MACD, okay? I see it as an impotent guy who got an amazing run, okay? This is right here. I will show you guys. This is right here is when, okay, I'm just going to annotate it. He found out he's going home with a hot girl, okay? That's that moment right there. Does that make sense? This moment right here is where life was really going bad at this moment right here. Like, I just need to be very clear. When we started this downtrend, right there, that was when his life was really bad, okay? He was depressed. Life was bad. Like, it was really bad. Like, right there. Actually, I'd probably say more like right here. That's when he found out he was going home with a hot girl. Here, things started to get a little bit better, okay? I just want to tell you guys. He met a girl. Life leveled off. Things got better. So that's kind of that moment right there. Does this make sense? His life was really depressed. Life was bad. It was downtrending. And then he met a girl. Life leveled off. Things got better. And then at this moment right here, he found out that he's going home with this really hot girl, right? All right. Then this part right here, okay? She's getting naked. She's getting naked. He's so ready, okay? Like right there, around this moment, we can say right there, okay? And then this one right here, right? Where the downtrend began. I'll tell you guys right here, okay? Fucking idiot. Forgot to buy Viagra or Cialis. That's pretty much what happened. So if you guys look at it from this technical analysis right here, his life was really bad. He was super depressed, right? Like, it was going downhill. Here he met this amazing girl. Life leveled off. Things got better, right? And then here he found out that he's going home with this girl, right? And right there, it's just at that peak, right around here, she's getting naked. He is so ready. But of course, right here, this fucking idiot forgot to buy Viagra and Cialis. So what happened? His limp dick started to go down a little bit more. So this is a really good way to analyze technical analysis, right? Yeah, this is not going to get monetized, this ad. That's why you guys should start donating super chat, like $2, $3 or something, just to help me out, you know? So I personally believe that oh guys, am I gonna close my trade? I'm so excited. I'm gonna close my trade right here. Donna, give me a hana. Donna, come on, just buy, bro. Just buy, bro. I'm right there. Just buy it. I'm right there. 74 every time. Okay, this is the biggest cock tease ever. Oh my god, it's been trying to buy it for like 5 times now and it just won't close. What's wrong with this right now? It just won't close on me. Oh my god, girl, you said you were gonna come home with me. And now you're not even coming home with me? Now I'm just disappointed. I just had to lower my price right here. I had to lower my price right there. Okay, I had to go home with a different girl instead now because my standards are lower. So that's exactly what's going on. Lucas, welcome to my stream. Nothing here is professional at all. Okay, Lucas? If you want a professional service, go pay for one, Lucas. If you want to criticize someone, you can get the fuck out of my channel. Just so you know, Lucas, because when you make the kind of bank that I make, not that I make a lot of bank, I'm clearly making $27 only. It's not a lot of bank. But Lucas, you can talk to me when you get on my level. When you're playing $15,000 position to make $20, that's when you can talk back to me, okay? Nobody's allowed to talk shit to me unless you're playing $15,000 positions and you're making $20, okay? Okay? I don't think any of you are on that level, okay? Snap, snap. I'm like a black girl right now who's snapping her fingers back and forth, left to right, doing the head shoulders thing. Oh, yes, guys. I just made $55. Sorry, Lucas. I didn't actually mean $20. I actually meant $55, okay? I meant $55, Lucas. $55. I'm going to take my profit right here in front of you guys. Oh, yeah. $55. Oh, yeah. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, guys. $55. Holla. Yeah, people make fun of me for making $55 in some trades. You know, sometimes I make 400, sometimes I make 55. But people don't realize that I make like $2,000, $3,000 to $5,000 a day, right? People focus on that one trade of mine where they're like, oh, this fucking idiot made $55 in one trade. Like, why don't you look back at all my logs and take a look at my $5,000 profits a day? If you take $5,000 times that by 365, and that's on a bad year, it's actually quite a bit of money when you think about it, right? Are you guys going to complain if you're making $55 in 10 seconds, or if you're making $5,000 a day, or making like $750K or to $1 million a year? No. So these guys who are smearing, oh my God, Logan, you should not have done that. I was completely joking, okay, Logan? Okay, that's enough with the donations of $99.99. Okay, the donations of 100 is a lot more appreciated, okay? Jan, Logan, why you gotta be so stingy, Logan? Logan, why you gotta be so stingy? You could have made it $100, okay? But no, you gotta be like, no, I'm gonna keep this one penny. It's really important to me. No, I'm just kidding, Logan. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Oh, guys, next time on when Tony Vay's live streams and I catch it, okay? Next time he live streams and I catch it, I'm gonna put him on the spot. Okay, you guys know Tony Vay's and how he's always talking about Elliott Wave and stuff. I'm gonna put him on the spot and donate $500 to him, and I'm gonna say to him, can you do an Elliott Wave count? And I'm so gonna put Tony Vay's on the spot, right? $500 donation, okay? $500 donation. So he better do my technical now. Logan, that's enough, Logan. Oh my goodness, Logan. Logan! That's... Okay, can you guys stop it with that now? That's just too funny. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say other than just thank you very much, okay? Like, I'm okay for money, guys. Like, you guys know I'm okay for money, okay? Just I'm really okay. I want you guys to know that. You don't need to donate anymore. I think Logan just wants me to get to my technical analysis. Okay, now let's get back to this technical analysis. Okay, let's get back to this technical analysis. Thank you everybody for the donations. Okay, what do you think? Great video. Shiver.io. What do you think? Great video, by the way. From I don't know what Shiver.io is, and I'm very cautious of going to sites, right? Random sites right now, because yeah, I just like I don't know if it was me, honestly. Or I don't know if it was, you know, if I actually got hacked when I was, you know, having my little weekend extravaganza. But I have an account that's got like $35,000 in it right now, like on another account that I lost access to. So I'm like in the middle of trying to get it back, but I can't figure out if I was just really, really super drunk on the weekend and I did something really stupid, or if I actually got hacked. I'm thinking that I probably just did something really stupid, okay? Okay, let's actually get back to this. So we talked about it already, about how this guy over here, he didn't really get enough Viagra, right? For this part right here. So that's how you should think of it, always like that. But what we're clearly seeing, guys, is that this is definitely possible, right? Possible it's gonna bounce. I'm basically gonna wait for today's close. Hey, I appreciate that offer, Satoshi TV. I'm not doing any type of interviews or anything right now. I'm not really going on any channels or doing any radio interviews as well. And the main reason I'm not doing any of that Satoshi TV is because I have a massive reputation, for always saying things like shit, fuck, tits, come on my balls, fuck me in the face by accident. Shit, I just did it again by accident, Satoshi TV. Do you see what I mean there? I just gave you a real clear case scenario of what will probably happen if I go on some sort of interview, like TV or anything like that, okay? So that's probably why I can't do that. What is Satoshi TV? I don't even know what Satoshi TV is. Okay, so like you guys gotta be realistic, right? I mean, let's just say we took it from right around here on a non-log scale, okay? Non-log. I mean, let's do a risk to reward scenario now, right? Let's go to a 6-hour chart. We gotta acknowledge the fact that some things are getting fairly oversold right now, right? It was severely oversold down over here already. Okay, so now we gotta look at risk to reward scenarios. Okay, now I'm drawing this in a non-log scale from very far back, right? Wow, this doesn't want to load. That's okay, let's be very patient. Normally I would have thrown my laptop away, but not this time, guys, not today. Look at that, guys, this is amazing. I love how this computer is super slow. Okay, so I can't even go back. So irritating. Okay, there we go. Notice I'm drawing this massive trend line just over here, right? As you guys clearly see. So let's just look at risk to reward scenario. If we look at risk to reward scenario, what we see is if it does bounce off of here, right, you would simply just set your stop loss slightly below here, slightly below. And then it would make sense to rationally target something that kind of slopes like that, right? Like, I don't know, something that slopes, get an average gauge of it, like even this one perhaps, right? Just something not too extravagant. Like, I mean, if we're using a non-log scale and we targeted a minimum of like 9K about, or 8,900, it's actually a really good risk to reward, right? And as a trader, what we should focus on the most is always looking for these good risk to reward setups. You know, a lot of my friends, guys, who play with a decent amount of capital, they only make about 3 trades a week, maybe 2, maybe 4, but they like to average it out to 2 to 4 trades a week, right? So, you know, for example, if we were looking at this time frame here, this was, you know, about a week time frame, right? 8 days or so, if you look at it like that. Well, you can think of some really big trades to take here, right? You would have taken one right here to try to ride it up there. You might have shorted it from here to here, right? And then you wouldn't have played this bounce because to some people it's too small. But as soon as they saw rejection here, they saw another rejection where it could not get above the 100 moving average. That's where they would have probably entered their 3rd position and entered a short to around here. And this could be very well the 4th one that they would be considered taking, right? So you guys don't need to overtrade like me. No. You really don't need to, guys. Like, I overtrade, as you guys know, because I'm an adrenaline junkie, right? So what I recommend to a lot of people to do is always make sure. Frank, I used to like you, but why do videos when you act like a jerk to your viewers? Right, I don't need to watch, but you don't need to do videos either. Well, Frank, how am I a dick? Okay, let's talk about this, okay? Am I really a jerk to viewers? Or am I just being incredibly sarcastic in a joking way? Or am I just a man who actually stands up for himself when there's dickheads that talk back to me? Frank, I don't know about you, but I always recommend to people to stand up for themselves, right? Never be a pushover. You don't ever want to be a little bitch, okay? If someone is talking shit to you or being rude to you, yeah, sure, you can be the bigger man. But I'm here to entertain the audience, and I will gladly and firmly stand up for myself, Frank. If you have a problem with that, get the fuck out of my channel. Right, I don't need to watch, but you don't need to do videos either. Why do I not need to do videos? Are you trying to speak for me, fucker? I'll gladly do whatever the fuck I want, okay, Frank? You know what, Frank? Let's ban your fucking ass so you can't even comment, okay? Don't watch. There's no point whatsoever, Frank, to even watch get the fuck in this channel. Okay, man, is that your kid? Hey, did you ever ask your wife who the dad is? You should probably ask your wife who the dad is. Doesn't look like you at all. See you. So anyways, let's get back to this, okay? No, guys, if you guys are pleasant towards me, I will always be pleasant back. I don't ever, guys, I don't ever cause conflict first. It's not in my personality to cause conflict first, okay? Like, there's no point of causing conflict first, guys. But if a guy's gonna want to fight me in real life, okay, I'll fight back, you know? There's two types of people in this world. People who flight or people who fight, okay? Ask yourself what kind of person you are. Are you the person that fights or flight? I'm super respectful to people always, and I'm never confrontational unless they have antagonized me first, okay? If they've antagonized me first, then of course I'm going to say something back. I can't even remember a time where I'm super rude to my viewers because I started it. Man, Frank, go get a paternity test, man. I really recommend you get a paternity test, okay? It doesn't cost a lot. If you would like me to help you, I will send you Bitcoin, right? Just, yeah, you never know though. It could always be your best friend. Could be your best. I always would turn towards your best friend first, you know, just in case your kid doesn't look like you. Yeah. Or maybe ask your brother. Ask your brother. My brothers used to always love to fuck my ex-girlfriends, you know? So, yeah. Anyways, sorry about banning you, Frank. But, yeah, there's no point of causing conflict, right? So, is that a pretty good risk to reward ratio when we get there, guys? Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, let's say you even risked 1% of your money, or even 2% of your money. If you guys played if you played a $1,000 position, for example, right? If you played a $1,000 position, you're only risking $20 if you get stopped out. But if you actually get to if it actually gets your target of 16% gain, you guys could probably end up getting 16. Hey, Ethan, how's it going? He's one of my favorite viewers, Ethan Thompson. I love seeing his tweets and his videos. So yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I take these risks all the time, where I'm risking $20 to make a possible 1,600. But when I think of it on the flip side, where if I'm playing $10,000, then I'm risking $200 to make a possible 1,600. You ask yourself, right? What is I can't do the math right now. My Asian, when I get drunk, not drunk, but when I drink, right, my Asian level mathematics, it doesn't really come in, and I start to feel like a Caucasian person. I can't imagine how Caucasian people feel with day-to-day mathematics compared to Asians. You guys ever wonder if you're Caucasian? How does it feel? How does it feel to be Asian? How do they do math so well, you know? And then sometimes I wonder to myself, how does it feel, okay? How does it feel to be Caucasian and not do math well? I know how it feels. I'm just gonna have a few beers, that's how. So that's okay if you guys watch me for money only, Johnston. I want you guys to make money. I'm not asking you guys for money. So you take 16 divided by 2, right? That's 8. Well, what's 8 of 100, right? 8 divided by 100, okay, 0.08. So if you ask yourself, let's just say you took a risk to reward ratio of every time, 8 to 1. You ask yourself, are you that bad of a trader where you cannot win even 40% of the time? Well, with an 8 to 1 risk to reward ratio, you can easily win at least 40% of the time, and you'd actually make a substantial gain, right? So what I'm getting to first is, of course, we've got to test this, guys. If we don't hold roughly around that 78.6 region, which happens to be where this trendline support is, right? 78.6, which is about 7.65K. This number right there, I'm just going to write it out to be very clear to the viewers. 7,006, we'll just say 7,600 to 7,700 range, just to be kind of broad, to get an idea of where we could start laddering, which is kind of what I plan to do. I don't know if it's going to work out, but I always take these risks. So just around this range, right? Now, MACD, everything, guys, like we're reaching very oversold regions, as you've noticed, right? One out 45-minute chart, just it got tanked. 35-minute chart took a beating, like super beating. So when we get to this region right here, okay, notice how we're very low in strength. We have to remember that the relative strength index, it gauges the market in terms of the strength. And the reason why the RSI is my absolute favorite indicator is because it's a real-time, real gauge scenario of possible bounces. Unlike things like MACD, right, or moving averages, they're called lagging indicators because in hindsight, everything has already happened and it's compiling its data based on previous history. So it requires a sample size to give an average. So this is why RSI is the best, okay? So what are we going to look for? Okay, what are we going to look for in general? What we're going to look for is perhaps it only rounding off to a lower place, okay? Kind of like that maybe, right? And then it curves upwards, something like this. So people always think that the RSI is conjunction or confluent with the actual price action, okay? But that's not true. Notice in this particular zone right here, the RSI is really low, right? And obviously if it gets to here, the price action and the candles will be in a much lower price. But it doesn't always mean that the RSI will reach a lower number or lower strength number than the actual previous low. So what we would like to see before getting an uptrend is something not like that. That was pretty badly drawn. Okay, let me just show you guys in detail. Something like a 1 hour or a 3 hour chart. We would like to see it curve up like this. And then what we do is we do this, right? We get a gauge of bullish divergence is what we call it. So I'm not going to go over the inverted head and shoulders. I'm not a fan of head and shoulders. Every time people ask me about head and shoulders, I just basically pull up a picture of Bill Gates and show people the head and shoulders there. So this is one of the major signs that I'll be looking for when it gets to that region down below. So that'll be really nice if it gets there. I would also wait for a candle confirmation. So perhaps on a daily chart, it would be very nice to get, like we've got about 18 hours to go for the daily. We need to get some sort of push down with a wick rejecting. Notice right here, guys, right? This was the candle that we basically are in today, where we're just on a tear down, right? We're on the 4th red day down. What we would like is to have one green day with a massive rejection like that on the daily. If we get a really long wick down, this one rejected $400. Actually, this one here rejected $800, right? And then we pushed up a lot. That was very indicative that it was going to go upwards, right? With a big hammer. Notice this one right here. We actually ended up getting, how much was it? $600 rejection. This one wasn't the best candle, guys. Not at all, okay? This one here was also only in a B correction, and this is where the C was. So this one was also not indicative, even though it was a bearish or sort of bullish spinning top. But this one right here, right, it's like a bullish pin bar or a hammer. We need a candle like that. So guys, everybody's been wondering, right? Everybody's been wondering, all right, well, where's this 5K scenario? Well, it's pretty easy, guys. Just take based on this kind of gauge, right? Do you guys remember the Fibonacci that I was talking about? That's the flavor of the month. Whoops, I'm just going to do this a little bit better. I'll probably end up taking it from, I guess this breakout right here would be nice. Right around there. Well, we're gonna test this first of all, okay? We're gonna test the 6K region, which happens to be right there. And guys, if it doesn't hold, it's just very simple that we're gonna probably end up trending to 5K roughly, right? And we also look at 5K, this right here, this is pretty much this top. That's where there was a lot of activity, in my opinion. And it's not conclusive, this data yet, but we're more so just planning ahead to give you guys different scenarios of what could possibly happen. So if we don't hold above, you know, this previous resistance right here that I was talking about, wherever it was, I think it was from here, right? Yeah, right there. around there, you know, like where I wrote earlier, 7.6 to 7.7, we're simply just going to break below to test 7.2 again. And in my opinion, we're just going to shatter through it. It wasn't really a relevant resistance, guys, like, or support. It was tiny. And then if we break below that, we're simply going to test 7.25 again right there. And then if we break below that, 5K. But we have to acknowledge this guy right here. This line right here that I'll make purple, it's been established. It's the strongest trend line support that we have right now, right? So because it's the strongest trend line support, we've got to give it a lot of respect. And if the bulls don't respect that trend, oh wow, look at us right now, guys. See, we're at 78.31. If I actually just waited a little bit, who knows? This could be the bounce right now. Oh, sorry, Zane, I didn't even see it. I'm actually gonna go scroll back up as much as I can. Sometimes I'm not reading it at all right now. There seems to be very large buy orders at 7,700. So would this be an indicator we can use for determining confluence? Yes, absolutely. But sometimes just because, wow, we're at 7,900, you're kidding me. Holy crap, I just missed out on pretty good profit right now. So guys, just because we have this trend line right here, it doesn't mean that it's always gonna bounce at it directly. It can also mean that it might not even get there, right? That's something to talk about as well. Now, regardless of if we get this trend line or not, it doesn't matter too much to me, and it shouldn't matter too much to a lot of people either. Catching the bottom is something that's really risky, right? And it's more so an experience that you get over time. So what I usually advise to people is, yes, it's a very good skill, but if you're trying to catch the bottom, Zane, I always recommend to people to buy a very small position, 10, 15, 25% of your position max, okay? We have to learn how to position size accordingly, and that's something I'll go through very well in detail down the road. Positioning size is really important when you dollar cost average. So then if you're buying 20% of your position size here, then the next day what I would recommend for swinging is, as soon as you get confirmation of a very nice candle that's implicative of a bounce, then I would recommend to add more to your position size. So that's kind of all that I have for today. I think I'm a little bit tired, so I'm gonna head to bed, and it's been about 42 minutes already. So yeah, so I've got that scenario where it could get up to $9,000 again, roughly, maybe 8,800, with a really good risk to reward scenario of 8-to-1. But then on the downside, I've got also another really ridiculously good scenario that benefits the bears, right? Let's say we broke below. We entered at 7,550, and then we put our stop loss at 70. Let's just say we put our stop loss at 7,800 if we break below that, and then we simply just target something. Well, we can target 7,200 first, okay? This is a good risk to reward setup. Like right there, roughly, it's decent, right? This one's 1-to-4, but it's not even that one. That's good. It's this one that's good, that the bears will be interested in, of a 6-to-1 risk to reward ratio. They can even allocate a little bit more of a tolerance in case the bulls end up trapping them. Let's say we allocate to 7,900, and then we wanted to target something like 5K. Man, oh man, is that a good risk to reward setup for a 33% gain? So right now, I'm seeing a big battle between the bulls and the bears, and it benefits both actually. If the bulls win, great risk to reward. If the bears win, great risk to reward, and the bulls will actually be happier as well in the long run, because then they'll be able to accumulate Bitcoin at a much cheaper price. We have to remember supply and demand. Guys, the supply for Bitcoin is very limited. We have to remember that. And because any resource that's scarce and finite, of course the demand will be incredibly high for it when it gets to cheaper prices like that, because we want to make sure we accumulate it over time, right? So that's kind of where I stand right now with Bitcoin, and I think I'm going to call it a night, guys. Thank you very much for all the help. Yeah, I'm going to go to bed. I'm super tired. I'm still recovering from my weekend. I apologize if I offended anybody in my video. I don't mean to offend anybody, and you know, if people are dicks, unfortunately I will be a dick right back, you know. don't ever take crap from people, guys. Always stand up for yourself, okay? It's what defines you as a person, and don't ever be a pushover, right? I'm a skinny little Asian dude, guys. I'm like 150 pounds, okay? I'm like 5'9", right? I'm a tiny little Asian dude, all right? And I still don't take crap from people. And remember, it's how you carry yourself that people respect, right? So anyways, I did talk about the 5K scenario. This is the 5K scenario right there. Are you retarded, AA crypto? Not that, sorry, that's a really unacceptable word to say. But AA crypto is like, you didn't talk about the 5K scenario. What the fuck is this right here? It's $5,000. Okay, anyways, I'm done talking. Have yourselves a great night, guys. Thank you very much for all your time and your support and for all the love. And thank you very much for the super chat donations. Have yourself a great night, guys, and I'll see you another time. Bye now.